the early 1900s, motorcycle was kind of the easiest way to get around. There's dirt roads, there weren't a lot of paved areas, and motorcycle was relatively easy to get somewhere and park somewhere. So that was probably the beginning of motorcycling as a community. The next really big bump came up after World War II. So after the war, all these veterans came back, and they had just been in sort of traumatic scenarios with a lot of adrenaline, and motorcycling was a way to sort of bring that excitement back into their civilian life. The motorcycle industry has really changed in the last few years. So obviously generationally, generations fade out, it's just what happens, and passing traditions to newer generations is really important.
One of the biggest challenges we see here as a historical museum is getting younger people excited about what collecting and preserving these objects means, and the importance of that. And it's very hard if you haven't lived it and experienced it and felt those emotions to get interested in it.
One of the things that separates motorcyclists really is this question about risk reward. A friend of mine, and she'd gone through a really tough time in her life, and we happened to go for a motorcycle ride together. She was really intimidated by the bike and the scale of the bike and that. One day we went around this corner and we were along the coast of California. I could literally see like her shoulders relax as we came around this beautiful vista. Like both her arms were, she let go of the handlebars and both her arms were up and I saw it come out of somebody else, like what I'd felt. And it was incredibly rewarding to see somebody else have that kind of experience.
There are a lot of steps that need to happen before motorcycling. And if any of those steps are skipped, and certainly if somebody is thrown directly into motorcycling, then you're really setting them up for failure. The Strider bike is really the simplest two-wheeled machine a person can have. So you basically just have the essence of a frame, front wheel, rear wheel, handlebars, and seat, and that's it. Yeah, in the All Kids Bike program, it's 8 lessons. Lesson 1 really is just how to get on the bike. And then there are 5 lessons that progress through steering, balancing, and leaning the bike. And then once they're comfortable with that, they're comfortable with pulling their feet up and setting them on the pedals, then it's really easy. It's just like, okay, now turn the pedals. Boom, you're riding a bike.
We just recently got the bike program. It's really helping with their balance. They need to work on balance, but they don't ever see the need for it. If they're playing football, keeping their balance. If baseball, keeping any sport they're wanting to play, they need balance. And just for walking, some of them, it's helping with the bike safety, the helmet safety a lot, because a lot of them I don't think ride with a helmet.
Importance of a helmet, how to buckle a helmet, how it should fit is new for many of these kids.
All Kids Bike program, they basically teach you that you're always going to be learning. You always need the safety gear. You always need to consider your environment. And it's just an absolutely amazing program that fundamentally widens the funnel for decades to come of kids who understand balance on 2 wheels. And once you understand balance on 2 wheels, it's in you. Once you learn how to ride, you will learn how to ride. You know how to ride for the rest of your life.
How do you get other people to feel something is important? That's a challenge in itself. I guess in terms of historical importance, this is transportation.
I think the motorcycle community at large is really, it's about that, and I think community is a word that just gets tossed around a little bit and might not feel familiar to people outside of motorcycling, but it really is. Once you see somebody else who's on a motorcycle, they're in the club already, right?
We understand that it's one big continuum from a little kid getting on a Strider bike all the way through all of this. It's all one sport at its heart, which is, you know, balancing on two wheels and loving the feel of steering and counter steering and leaning and basically flying on ground.